Listen, I know 2024 was rough for a lot of people. I had a pretty rough year as well, but I also managed to crush it and have a life-changing year at the same time. There's a few key differences between those who succeed and those who don't. And in this video, we're gonna talk about a couple of them. Here's how we're gonna make sure 2025 is a great fucking year. We're gonna focus on two things. Vision and control. Right there. Vision and control. Those are the two biggest things that are going to change your life. So what does that mean? This is my little bullseye right here. So vision is going to be your vision for life. Having a crystal clear vision means you know exactly where you want to go. I know you've heard the term before, you can't hit a target that you can't see. That's exactly what this means. So take that aspect and apply it to your entire life. You should have a crystal clear vision of what you want your life to look like, what you want to look like, how you want to feel, where you want to live, what your job or career you want to have, what your dream cars are, what your dream house is, what your ideal dream spouse looks like. You need to get clear on all of these things. This is how you're going to know, for one, where you want to go, but also that's how you're going to know if you're on the right path or not. You're going to start to design your life with this goal in mind, with this vision in mind. So as you start painting out this crystal clear vision, you're just going to start living out those aspects in your day-to-day life as soon as you can. And that's how you start living your dream life now, not later on and keep pushing it off and pushing it off. You know, you can live those aspects now. Become the person now, and then you attract the life that you're trying to attract. Having a vision board really helps with this. It's going to make it so you can literally see the visuals. Later on in this video, I'm going to be going through an exercise on creating a vision board. And if you haven't done yours already, we're going to help you make yours as well. So stay tuned for that. I see a lot of people messing up on both of these areas really, but the vision aspect, because they don't even know what their goals are. They don't know what their dream life looks like. They don't know what they're even shooting for. Sometimes I talk to people and they might say that they're unhappy, and they sure do know what they're unhappy with, but they don't know what would fix it, or they don't know what they want to do instead. So having a crystal clear vision is going to help you direct that and figure out where you want to go and how you want to live your life. You need to have goals as a guiding light, because if you don't have goals, again, you're not going to actually hit any destination that matters. You're just kind of floating out there at sea. Think about it like that. Once you do have the vision, you have to lock in on it and keep frequently seeing it, so you keep reminding yourself to stay on track. You can't just think about it one time and then forget about it. The more you look at it, the more you can get familiar with it, the more obsessed you can get with it, the more fire you're going to start feeling burning within you to start trying to live this out sooner rather than later. The more your brain is going to start looking for reasons to find it out in the world. It's going to start finding reassurance that this is actually true. You are getting these goals. You are seeing this. It's going to start hearing those conversations from like 2 tables down that are relevant to your goals, because the reticular activating system in your brain is now focused on your vision because you're focusing on it so much. Same like if you buy a blue car, now all you see is blue cars around. It's the same concept. Do that for your goals. Life changer. A lot of people are going through life with no intentionality whatsoever. They're going through the motions, I wake up, pick up my phone, scrolling, smoke a cigarette, go smoke a joint, drink some coffee, go to work, hate my life, go drink, gossip, hang out with friends, scroll, watch Netflix, go to sleep, do the same thing. Unfulfilled life. And then they do it for years and they're like, what's going on with my life? It's because you don't have a vision. You don't know what you want to do. So if you start getting lost in the motion with no vision, you're just going to get lost. But if you have a vision, you're not going to let yourself get lost. As soon as you start seeing those things that are like completely opposite of your vision, you're going to be like, this is not what I'm trying to do. You're going to put a stop to it, or you should at least. But if not, then that's the next aspect, the control part. You got to stop playing around. If you don't like what you're doing, figure out what you like to do. Get fulfilled, get happy. It's not easy, but it's simple. All you have to do is find the right people, get the answers, ask questions. If somebody's doing something better than you, or they have the results that you want, ask them how they got it. You should not be listening to people who don't have the results that you want. Anyways, that's a different process. So getting crystal clear on the vision, on your whole vision. And then from there, you can then break it down into different timelines. So what we're doing this year is focusing on how we can make this next year great and align towards our big picture vision. So that's why we're going to be talking about vision boards later on for this year. After we have that crystal clear vision, we're going to make sure that we're focusing on that throughout this entire year, and then we're making sure as often as we can to be reflecting on how we're doing on this progress. I highly suggest I journal daily. I journal in the mornings. I write a power list of 3 to 5 critical tasks that are going to move me towards my big picture vision. That's my to-do list. It's not even a to-do list, it's called a power list. And then at the end of the night, I reflect on how I did on that power list. And then every Sunday, I reflect on the week, on how I did the whole week, and then I plan my next week out, so on and so forth. So the more you can look at your goals here, the more your reticular activating system is going to activate in the brain to continue to look for ways to accomplish your goals and make them a reality. That's an easy way to focus on your goals more. Just reflect on them more and write to-do lists or power lists, as I like to call them, of critical tasks. Doing laundry and doing dishes and shit's not going to be on my power list. Critical tasks, needle moving activities towards the goals. Focus on them as much as you can. Get intentional with your freaking time and stop going through the motions. Just because your friends are doing some shit, just because your friends don't have goals, that's fine, but don't let them push that on you if you have big goals. Stay clear with the vision. It doesn't have to be lonely. You can reach out to mentors, you can reach out to other people that are a level above you. But you might have to outgrow some of those people. And that's going to go right into this next control aspect right here. This purple is not even working. So, control. This is the most important thing that you're going to have to take from this video, okay? Control absolutely everything that you can. And not in a like negative dominating way. If you want to take it that way and like dominate the day, go ahead, do that. But you're not going to be controlling people, shit like that. But you have to be controlling the controllables, because all this outside factors in the world, all these outside variables are way more than enough to derail you and completely stop you from your goals. So you have to make sure you're controlling everything you can to make sure you're getting these goals, okay? Because if not, nobody else is going to help you get these things. It's all on you, and the odds are stacked up against you. So that's not to be morbid, that's not to make everything worse or sound super hard. You can still get these things, but only if you focus on this aspect right here, control. So control your mindset. Shit's gonna get hard. Shit's gonna get real hard. So what? Know it's gonna get hard. Know that you cannot fail unless you quit. Really, really internally believe that, okay? So no matter how hard things get here, you have to know that you're not gonna give up. You're going to continue to push through no matter what, and the only way that you can possibly fail is if you quit. Somebody can tell you no, that's fine, you didn't fail. You're going to go to the next person, you're going to try that, you're going to try the next person. You're going to continue to keep learning and getting better and better and better and keep going on your purpose, on your path. You can decide that you don't want to do something anymore. That's totally fine. But just know, if you do want to do something and that's your goal, that's your mission, don't start looking for like quick successes, or don't put a time frame on it like, oh, this isn't going my way. You have to know that you have to stick with it until it happens. Period. So with the mindset, for instance, changing your mind to stop thinking negative or beat your limiting beliefs, it's going to take longer than a week. It's definitely going to take longer than a day. It's probably going to take longer than a month. It might take longer than 6 months. Just because it's taking that long doesn't mean you should give up. It doesn't mean that it's not working. So know those things. When you're building your discipline, when you're trying to think about better thinking habits, better eating habits, working out more, starting to do cardio, all of these things are going to take time to start getting into. And it's your natural reaction to, for one, fight it and not want to do it. And then you're also going to start getting imposter syndrome, or that little bitch voice in your head is going to start saying, oh no, we don't have to do this, start giving you excuses and talking yourself out of why you don't have to do it. Just know it's going to be hard. If you really want it, you can actually get it, but it's going to take an unrelentless pursuit. Controlling your mindset comes with not being able to be defeated anymore. No longer are you going to let outside situations beat you down. You're not going to let yourself have a bad day. You're in control of your day. You don't let people upset you. You don't give your powers away to anybody else. You are in control of your mindset, your feelings, and how you feel and go about your day. And you can do this intentionally. You can set yourself up for the day successfully. I do this with the powerful morning routine. The way you start your day is the way you continue your day. I start my day focusing on gratitude. One of my favorite quotes about gratitude actually is, you can't be depressed and thankful at the same time. So anytime I'm sad, anytime I'm feeling negative or low energy, I always think about things that I'm thankful for, and it immediately picks me up. So I make sure I focus on gratitude first thing in the morning so that I continue to focus on gratitude throughout the day. It makes it way easier for that. After I do 3 to 5 things that I'm thankful for in the morning, then I start listening to some affirmations. So I'm controlling my inner dialogue. I don't think self-defeating thoughts. I don't think limiting beliefs. I don't think anxious thoughts or things that I'm behind on. I don't start my day thinking off shit like that. I start my day thinking of gratitude and thinking of powerful, empowering affirmations and things towards my goals that I actually want to think. I mean, I'm trying to force myself to think that way. After that, I get my body moving, so I raise my frequency and I get my blood pumping, so I'm waking myself up a little bit easier, obviously, and getting my energy going. And then lastly, I make sure I make my power list, which is the 3 to 5 critical tasks that we talked about that's gonna move me forward to reach my goals. Every day, that's my morning routine, and then I start doing my other stuff. My day usually starts after I complete my power list, and then I will do the stuff for the rest of the world, because I make sure I put myself, my family, my business, and my actual priorities first, because nobody else is gonna put it first for me. So control the controllables. Control those things that you can. That's control your mindset. You also have to control your habits and your actions. The morning routine, that is a good habit to build. Cut out the negative habits that you have. Cut out the drinking. Cut out the smoking too much weed. Cut out the smoking cigarettes. Start controlling those things if you're trying to become a better person, a better version of yourself. You can't just go out because your friends are trying to go out. You can't just go out because your friends drink. That's not controlling anything. That's letting the situation control you. And now all of a sudden, look what happens. Your friends are overweight. You're overweight. How's that happen? You're the average of the 5. Okay, look at the 5 people around you. Change your circle. Controlling your actions means taking a look and actually being honest with what you do day to day. Do you just scroll your phone unproductively when you could definitely be doing something else? Are you not working out? Do you go drink on the weekends when you should be working out or spending quality time with your family? Do you watch a bunch of Netflix or play a bunch of video games when you should be building that business that you promised yourself you would, or bettering yourself, reading, or doing something, learning a skill to make more money? Take a look at some of those things and really ask yourself, could you be better? Could you be more productive in some of these aspects? Are you just wasting a ton of time when you're telling yourself that you're doing the best that you can? Even if you're just getting started, that's great. Be real with yourself and see where you're wasting that time and where you can do better. The best things that you can start doing is cutting out some of those time wasters, filling it with those productive actions, especially learning a new skill and becoming more disciplined, working out, reading. Any form of personal development is going to be extremely beneficial for you. All the things that you can control, who you hang around, who you spend your time with. Like I just said, you're the average of the 5 people you spend the most time with. The thing that I learned the most when I was locked up years ago was the average 5 people doesn't actually have to be the people that you're talking to. So I didn't have any role models when I was growing up, and that's why I got into a lot of the trouble and stuff that I did. When I was locked up, I learned through reading books, these 5 people and these role models that you're having, they didn't have to be people you actually knew in real life. They could be through books, audio books, even online mentorships later on that it turned into. I finally found out that I didn't need to have the people in close proximity to me to be influenced by them, to be that average of the 5. So it's really the average of the 5 people that you give the most mental space to. That still goes very, very well with, do you spend a lot of time with listening let's call them losers. I mean, are they drinking on the weekend? Do they not have any goals? Are they working a job, which is fine, but they're not fulfilled with it, just getting by, and then they're just doing unproductive stuff on the weekends or every night even? Are they out of shape? Are they not happy? Do they complain all the time? Like, these are things that are very simple signs. Like, do you want to be like this person? If their life doesn't excite you, or you wouldn't want the results, I wouldn't hang around them. I try to spend my time around winners and people that are going to grow with me and continue to push me to become better and bring out the potential within myself. I suggest you do the same. Winners surround themselves with winners, and that's how they continue to level up. Losers surround themselves with losers, and that's why they continue to stay where they are. So control what you can. Control the people that you hang around. Control your energy. Controlling who has access to you. As you control your mindset, the people around you, the things that you do, you're going to start to realize, you start feeling really, really good. You're going to start feeling almost elevated, light. The whole point of all this, basically this transcendence work, this becoming your best self, this helping everybody else become their best self, inspiring others, is to reach enlightenment basically, and reach those highest vibrations and highest frequency that are available, to have pure love, to be pure offerings, to be the best versions of ourselves that are available. That all comes with controlling your energy. You're trying to keep that up there. Focusing on the gratitude is going to keep the frequency up there. Making sure you're not allowing negative people in your life is going to keep your frequency up there, because you're no longer going to be brought down by those negative emotions. As you work out and continue to push yourself, challenge yourself, build more discipline, you are going to continue to elevate. You're going to keep those high vibrations, high frequencies, high positive, just great life feeling vibe. Like, I wake up fulfilled, happy, loving life every single day. Controlling what you can really focuses on making sure all your habits, actions, everything that you possibly can is aligned towards this big vision. And that big vision is broken down into the yearly vision to make sure you do live that dream life. A lot of the things that I saw with people this past year who didn't have a good year was they didn't have any actual solid goals for the year. They didn't control the things that they could control. Of course, things are going to happen throughout the year, but did you control your mindset when it was happening? Did you control your actions afterwards and what you did after the situation happened? Were you focusing on gratitude, so you were trying to get out of any negative ruts that you could have? Were you making sure that you were reflecting on how you were doing towards your goals and seeing the progress you were doing halfway through, quarter of the way through, 3/4 of the way through the year, to see where you even were on your goals, on the vision? I just can't believe if somebody was thinking about all those things, controlling everything that they could, controlling their mindset, controlling their morning routines, putting their best effort out there, focusing on their goals every day, focusing on the big picture vision, and doing their best to live out their dream life today, staying grateful, saying affirmations, doing a power list. There's no way you did all that stuff and you had a bad year. There just isn't. So with that being said, if you have not done your vision board for this year, you are in luck. We are about to go through how to make them right now. If you don't have a vision board, what you're going to want to do is think about what you want your dream life to look like. You know, if there was no limitations, if you didn't have to worry about money, if you could have whatever you want, what would that look like? And this isn't just material things. What does your body look like? What kind of shape are you in? What does your hair look like? What does your best version or your ideal version actually look like? What do you want to do for work? Do you want to own your own business? Do you want to be an employee somewhere? Do you want to be a model? What does your daily life look like? What cars do you drive? What does the interior of the car look like? Do you have a private jet? Do you have a boat? Are you living in a little townhouse? Do you have a mansion? The more clear you can get on these visions, the better. All the entrepreneur role models that I look up to always say that all the things that they manifested was down to the details of what they're visualizing. The universe doesn't like vague, and it's probably not going to take 5-10 minutes. It might take an hour or two. Like, put some time into it. This is your life. Then I just go to images.google.com and start literally looking up images. Some of my boards, I put specific cars on there, or maybe a certain type of home on there, or certain words that will trigger it, like consistency. Some of my goals that I'll tell you guys about that you can help me with. I want to grow my YouTube to 1,000 subscribers this year. I want to grow my Instagram to 1,000 followers and my TikTok to 2,000 followers this year. Also, I want to upgrade my Jeep, and I have a couple other milestone things things that I am going to be shooting for in private, of course, but once I hit them, I'll definitely let you guys know for sure. You want to make it as visually appealing as you want it. Organize it to where it's a visual reminder of what your goals are and where you want to be. I suggest doing one for the year and then have one for a bigger picture, like a 3 to 5 year goal. As you get more clear on your big picture vision, it'll actually take less work to do your vision boards and get your vision for your yearly ones, because you already did all the work for the big one, and breaking up the baby steps should basically be reverse engineering. Lacey and I have already gotten very clear on our big picture vision. We do family meetings periodically, so we reflect on where we are at in our goals, things like that. So when we did our vision boards for this year, we thought about some of the goals together to put the same goal on our individual vision boards this year. We did that a little bit differently. I'm really excited to see how that goes this year, because you'll enjoy this as you do vision boards, as you continue your future on this personal development journey. You'll start to see you accomplishing these goals. You'll start seeing you get things on these vision boards that you won't even realize it at first. There's been several things that Lacey and I have gotten on several different vision boards that is amazing. But if you haven't made your 2025 vision board yet and you still don't have an idea, this is for you. I want you to go onto ChatGPT and you're going to type in this prompt. I want to create my goal and vision for 2025. Please guide me through this process by asking me 10 questions one by one, and when I'm done answering the last question, please write my dream life story for 2025, what my 2025 affirmation will be, and then my top 5 goals broken down by family, business, lifestyle, finances, and body. Those last 5 can be whatever you want. Fill out the questions that it gives you and then watch the magic happen. After you have the answers, you can also ask it to help you create the actual vision board, or just take the aspects that it gives you, go into Google, find your own images that you like, and then create your own vision board that way. There's no wrong way to do it as long as you do it. Make sure you have that crystal clear vision somewhere that you can see. Every day would be best. Control what you can as much as you can. And by the end of the year, 2025 is going to be a great year. If you like this video, subscribe for more. I would appreciate you so much. I love you guys. Until next time, I hope you have the best time of your life.